It's sad that I have to do this, but hey man, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Dragon Ball Super is like, it's not all that, bro. It's not. Now, usually I'm gonna create like a template for my format since I've done enough of these videos. We usually do like a quick recap, kind of like peak moments or some filler a little bit right there, and then what they did wrong or what they did good, and then how I feel at the end. I'm gonna try to stay towards that. It's mainly gonna be what they did wrong though, but let's get into it. So a quick recap of Dragon Ball Super. It's not done yet, but we all know the direction it's heading, and I don't have a big enough influence to try to influence the creators to make the series great. But the story starts off after the Buu saga. If you never watched Dragon Ball before, there's a lot of series to Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Super isn't the only series, it's the latest series to it. But essentially they learn about the gods of destruction and all that, go through all these trials and errors, achieve new forms, save the universe, and are striving at the moment to achieve new power. In the mix of that, you have a lot of different people growing that weren't growing before, like side characters getting more attention, getting power-ups, things of that nature. Goku achieving a form only angels can achieve, Ultra Instinct, things of that nature, right? So some good things that they did about Dragon Ball Super is going to be the transformations. I don't know how they do it. They never fail to always come up with something new. People yell saying, yeah, we're getting tired of the Super Saiyan thing. Me as a kid, I used to want to see Super Saiyan 20. You know what I mean? But as I grow older, I'm like, yeah, it's getting a little repetitive when it's not that much different. You know, when you always got all these forms and all that. I was always looking towards a final Super Saiyan form. No, I think we can all agree that we were looking towards that. Once we see Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3, we was like, where is it going to stop? But when they came out with, you know, Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego, Legendary Super Saiyan, that's been out for a while. But, you know, things of that nature, Beast Mode, you got Black Frieza, you get a whole new wave of transformations, and it's done well. Do not get me wrong, it is done well. You know, showing how good Goku is with martial arts and how experienced he is with fighting, the fact that he had achieved a god form that even gods can't achieve is very good. How it fits Vegeta's ego for Ultra Ego, and the transformations kind of work out well for every character, and they did it well. A lot of people try to say Beast Gohan wasn't done well. I think it was. It makes sense. He's done it before, he'll do it again, and that's just how Gohan is. Could be a video later on that, don't worry about it though. But the biggest thing they did right was the transformations. Now, where they went wrong. I don't know how to put this, because Dragon Ball as a whole never really had a specific point of interest in the storyline. It never really did. And that's the same with Bleach. The only specific thing that always went down in the story is Goku and friends saving the day. Same thing with Ichigo. Ichigo and friends saving the day. That's like the lingo for it, you know? Wait, did I say that? No, you know what? Skip it. Y'all not even it didn't even make it this far in the video. I don't care. But and don't get me wrong, I like that better. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I kind of like that better because it kind of gets repetitive with the I want to be Hokage, I want to be Wizard King and all that. I don't get me, those are good, but for some reason I'm drawn more towards Bleach and Dragon Ball because of that's how it is. Like, for example, those are both from my top 2 favorite anime of all time, Bleach and Dragon Ball. You know, I used to be in love with Naruto. I give One Piece its credit. It's a good anime. It's one of the best anime, not the best. You're not gonna get into that. I love Black Clover. Black Clover's amazing. Like, those stories that have those kind of ambitions is cool, but when you get stuff like, even I guess I could put JJK kind of in that category too. I'm not fully caught up on JJK. I need to, but from what I've watched, it's not like I want. It's like yeah, it's kind of like Bleach. That's why I like those way more, you know. Now with that being said, it's kind of like I can't really put it on them, the fact that they chose to just wash over a whole potential amazing storyline that they had set up in the beginning of the series. But at the same time, I have to mention where they went wrong is that they let go making Dragon Ball great. They let that go and later like wash down the river or something. And I'm saying this because this has to do with Super Saiyan God, and this has to do with a storyline. We was introduced with Super Saiyan God in the beginning of the series, and then it was let go. That's really where they went wrong. They let it go. Like, it's still you know, hear about it and this and that. And another thing, a side note before I continue, Dragon Ball Super can still make a comeback. It still do something like, that's why in the beginning of the video I mentioned I don't got enough, you know, influence to talk to them about it, even if they would listen, even if I did, I don't know. But they still have the chance to turn it around and kind of do that to make a good ending to the series, and I'm gonna get to it. But Dragon Ball Super started off with Super Saiyan God, right? Bam, then it's gone. They did that wrong. Super Saiyan God should have been the storyline. Y'all may be like, what do I mean? They achieved it in the beginning of the series. They shouldn't have. And I'm not saying don't give them Super Saiyan God or this and that. Keep the story the same. I don't want to change the story too much. Like, if I had it in my hands and I could go back in time, I would keep about 80% of what happened in Dragon Ball and then just tweak some things around and form it into facing the story. So Dragon Ball Super, when they achieved Super Saiyan God, that should not have been Super Saiyan God. It should have only been a fraction of what Super Saiyan God really is. Because if you think about it, what form are they going to use as Saiyans at the peak of their power at the end of Z, when we see it at the end of Super? Y'all know that at the end of Super, the end of Z is gonna make sense. It's like when we seen that, that's what they told us, right? So if it's not Super Saiyan God, what form are they gonna use? Is it a non-Saiyan form? Are we gonna end off the Saiyans being non-Saiyans with their power? You know what I mean? That's why I feel like they messed up. It needed that storyline. If Super Saiyan God was only a glimpse, it gave Goku a motive to achieve Super Saiyan God with his own power, and it gave Vegeta to either do the same thing or do something to make of his own. If he sees Goku's gonna go to Super Saiyan God, he's probably gonna make something, try to be stronger than it. And we see that showdown and that rivalry, and that's our storyline throughout the whole series. And while they're trying to achieve that, we get another attempt at trying to achieve Super Saiyan God. That's Super Saiyan Blue. It's failed. Then we get Blue Kaioken. Then we get Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, them trying to achieve Super Saiyan God again. They tap into the true Divine Key this time, and they achieve those forms. And they keep evolving, and hey, let's throw in the fan-made manga with the multiverse war that we supposed to see. Well, not supposed to see, but that we all want to see. And at the end of that war, they finally achieve the true Super Saiyan God form. And for the heck of it, let's throw Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in there, or Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. That should be the Super Saiyan God true form. It makes sense. Saiyan tail, red fur, still red like the beginning of the series. It hasn't been introduced as non-canon. Might as well make it their true God form. It looks more Saiyan-ish to them. It makes the most sense. It correlates with GT and the end of Z. They had that perfect opportunity to make that their motives, and it's not right now. And they can still, because there's good writers over there, they can still turn that around and make it happen. And I would love this. That would be an amazing series I've ever watched. You know what I mean? But you don't have to get rid of what you're doing now. You just have to transition their motives. And this is kind of a perfect opportunity with Beast Gohan and also with Black Frieza and everything. How Goku and Gohan fought, and it kind of feel like it's a huge time skip about to come about. They can come back wanting motives to achieve a true Super Saiyan God form. Maybe during that they realized that Super Saiyan God was not as strong as it was supposed to be. Nowhere near the strength. And they now realize that. They can still do it, bro. They can still do it. In the series, I would give it a 10 out of 10 if they go with that storyline. I would erase, like, I'm not going to erase all the flaws that they did, like with, you know, not explaining too much on the key control for some people, or how they just jump in power and make certain things irrelevant, or how Beerus just got plot armor for plot armor, he a side character kind of thing. Just things of that nature, right? I wouldn't straight up wash it over, but I'll allow it to make sense due to the storyline happening. Maybe it's not as strong as we thought because they still haven't reached this form, or, you know, things of that nature. That's where they went wrong. They had the perfect opportunity for a storyline and they didn't use it. And they still have the opportunities for the storyline, and I doubt they'll use it. I feel like Dragon Ball Super is really just more for the marketing. I'm gonna keep it a bean. It's still a good series. We still get amazing stuff in the anime, and I'm not saying they gave up on it. I just feel like they crave more towards money than creativity. That's my true opinion on it. And I'm not trying to dog on them. This is my favorite series. My tie for #1 with Bleach. RIP to my man Kiri Toriyama too. But I'm just saying, literally, that's how I feel. But overall, if I were to rate the series 1 out of 10, I give it about like a 7. And that sucks because it's Dragon Ball. But I'm gonna keep it a bean, you know? Just because the Dragon Ball as a whole is my favorite, I'm gonna give it about a 7, bro. Like, it's still good. It's just, what threw me off is that they had the opportunity to go with it and they did. And I know they seen something like that. I know somebody over there thought of something like that. Because if I can think of it, you know, I'm trying to be a mangaka myself. So if I could think of it with my limited experience, I feel like somebody over there could have thought of it. You know, something at least, it don't have to be what I'm thinking about, but something similar to what I'm talking about. It don't have to be Super Saiyan 4 is the final form or something like that, but it should have, I know somebody had that thought. You know what I mean? But that's how I feel. 7 out of 10. And that's me being generous. I was thinking about doing 6, but that's my honest truth, man. Dragon Ball Super, it's like wasted potential. It's like how they've been doing Gohan the whole series. That's how they, well, Gohan the whole franchise. That's how they did Dragon Ball Super. But I still got bangers for y'all. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded too soon. Too much, my bad. I picked up 2 jobs. You know, I've been trying to work. So y'all should make one of my videos go viral so I get paid on here, you know, upload here more. Like, nah, I love y'all support. I'm gonna be back soon. I got a lot of videos coming for y'all, man.